Have you ever thought that everything you do is a message? So deep within your own heart that your tears roll out your eyes, where you get that taste of some adrenaline, the greatest taste that ever goes on. I'm watching The Matrix. I just finished watching Escape from New York. And I saw on the Twin Towers was an image. I'm going to show you what the image looks like. It's a computer plug-in. It's marked hell. There was a Coca-Cola sign next to it, 19 and 31, Coca-Cola. Something about the dark, the moon, the gummy part, the AC part connecting your 19, the moon within man's head. The 1/3 is 19 to man's head, his spirit and his soul connects to the moon, AC. 1 and 3. 1 times 3, 1 plus 3 equals 3 and 4. 3 by 4, 3 plus 4 is 7 and 12, 19. 1 and 2 is 3. 3 and 7 into the think tank, or number 37. 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 is 5. We now have 5. We now have 7 and 12, which we started with. It's 17. 5 and 12 is the letter L because of the family it is in. It is in the E family. Please add 5. E before says -5. E plus, the after, says +5. The L, where the E is before L, what you have to do is L is 12, E is 5, 5 minus 12 equals 7. So when you see the think tank, or next to the think tank, 3 and 7, you now have to reduce that amount and change that amount to 7 and 7. And it crisscrosses in low shoe, and it crisscrosses on your telephone, and it crisscrosses everywhere and everywhere you put it. The question is, what can you turn in with if it was on this Rubik's Cube? They show the question mark? Well, I don't know, but lately it seems to show me the venom of the snake. The dot of the sin of the shin could be this computer hookup. Is this the pineal gland within our mind? Is it the part memory of 128, man's single and solitary soul, the one soul of the two Venus world? Venus is electric. She has to be electric because you are the soul electric. This 1 and 9 will tell you that you are within soul. But when it's 1 and 6, it tells you that you are the spirit within the soul inside the rabbit hole in which the center is 5 and you are the one spirit ace that fits between, making it a 6. But at the same time they make it a 6, they put 1, the number 1 in between two sides of a circle, turning that circle into a double D, or 414. 1 and 4 is N. 1 and 4 is A and D, D and A and D, and let's go to Sesame Street and break up the letters. Let's break up every letter. B goes this way, C goes this way, D goes like this, E goes like this. Let's write it all down and who goes which way and why. If I wrote it when the book was this way, then the E would go a different way. If I wrote it when the book was this way. How many ways can I turn this book to write each and every single letter without duplicating a line? At the beginning, it will take absolutely a double square. What is a double square? It's like this. It's like that. But when you grow, and you grow, okay, and you only take out the corners of each square, all of a sudden, it's more like the tarantula than the double-decker digital world of Atlantis. The landline, or what does it mean in computer? Angel transmission, the angle of the transmission, the CAT, cat. Area 155195, something to do with the Einstein theory. Maybe they blew up space and put satellites. Maybe there was no room in space anymore than a little outlet that we can see the true sky. Maybe the sun is there to be more of a melter, to melt the outside of the globulin that we live inside. Maybe we can't see space. Maybe it's frozen. And then again, maybe it's just bull. Manhattan, Library Public. How many movies do we watch where man has put a hat on? 28 and 29 is ISON. This is the month of February, my friend. This is when the hat gets put on and taken off. the 28th, we have man, and then the man's hat gets put on. Man hat 10. 10 represents the three worlds of 13. 7 by 4 is 28. 147, which is the letter L, the two worlds of 77, bringing the light up from the rear end inside the soul. That's why in pool we only have the 7 ball. Have you ever played snooker? 29 and 28 connect black in roulette 57. 39 is part of 28. 7 by 4 and 7 plus 4 equals to 39. This number over here comes out by 6 times 3, or 9 times 2 is 18. 6 times 3 is 18. 9 times 2 is 18. 9 and 2 is 11. 29 again. 39, 7 by 4, 7 plus 4 to get it. So in this one, I needed 9 and 2. Here I needed the 4 and the 7. I went down 2 in odd numbers. I went up 4 in even numbers, multiplication. Here comes the dog. 39, 57, would that be 86? Or which one? Let's go. 57, 67, 77, 87, 96. 96, what is the representation of 96? 96 is 48. 48 means space within, and the space within is number 7. The 8, which is number 23 or 32, which will recreate John F. Kennedy and Barack Obama in the space it is right now. The space. Manhattan Library, Manhattan, the Big Apple, the core. Somehow the big computer might just be under one of these systems. The Twin Towers, regarded as the highest buildings, being able to pick up the most information from the antenna that hangs on the top. Want to know about the snake? The snake is the question mark. The Coca-Cola, what does it bring you? 50 brings you the passage within man's mind. I don't know, maybe it speeds up man's mind because there might be a reader. You ever hear of the Adobe Reader? It's in the head. Okay? Then when you go and question your question mark, mark is the score of the football game. In all reality, when I saw this question mark, it had a 6 and a 2 for the memory. 6 and 2 is how they scored their last points for Denver. But 43 was the mark. 43 was the number of the mark. Seattle Seahawks. The eye in the sky, this question mark. Why? It's one triangle. This says 38, 38 on both ends, and in between is 39 and 5, 44. The number for space, 11, which is 2. 282 says time and space between the Q and the U and the ion. Whatever that is, somehow it might be the salt within our body that's blocking our truality, the vision that's within us. The other thing I just wanted to mention, because it was in a revelation, when you go 128, let's count. 1 to 28 is 351. And then 28, why 28? 28 and 27, because the alphabet finishes at 26. 351 up to 26, plus 27 and 28 equals to your 55. The continual of Manhattan. Red, 27. Is what's in between 28A. Why is it what's between 28A? Because the A family starts at 1. It ends at 8 in the first 10 numbers. 1 and 8 in between is 2 and 7. 2 and 7 is the B and G family, the Bee Gees. The furthest extension inside the letters, and all in the E family. It's okay, in the B and the E family and G, I become a beggar between 2 and 7. B and E, C and E, D and E, where the electronics of D and E now connect to the opposition of E and F, and then G and E. It says E, F, G, E. It's the F egg. It's man. It's R. It's our 6. It's our 3 and 3. It's the egg of us, of who we are to be born. Raphael 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus.